Hello, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Um, this time we are in the fourth part of the faith counseling, talk about the 6 areas of interest. And today we want to examine about health issues. I'm not a doctor, I'm not talking about medicine in terms of health. I'm talking about how faith counseling can help you to become more healthy. Whenever we say that somebody is healthy, we simply think of, well, that person does not suffer from sickness, does not suffer from illness. It is more related to physiological condition of the body. However, if you push it further and you look at a human being in an in-depth way, then you notice that what we mean health refer a lot onto the body, but also to psychology and also the spirit of the person. So in our faith technique, there's a very unique technique helping a person to become healthy both in physiological condition, psychological condition, and spiritual conditions. It is what we call feng shui in most of the time. Feng shui is quite a direct narration of what we put our emphasis on in examining the living environment of a person's. Feng is wind, shui is water. So the basic element component of a living environment, we put our importance on wind and also water. Of course, if we examine it further, we will notice that in our living environment, there are not only wind and water, but also some other components like air, like the mountains, like the soil, mineral, iron, people living hereby, transport, etc. etc. So feng shui is just a easy way. It's an easy concept to let us know how our living environment will affect us. In China, those people who examined the living environment, the impact on the people, they have started this examination 2,000 years ago. At the very beginning, it is called the Qing Dynasty, which is the time and around after Han Dynasty, and will be around 2,000 years ago. Our ancestors, they put emphasis on what? They put emphasis on examining how the impact of burying, of putting those dead body in an environment, how it affects their son, their grandson, and great-grandson, etc. So it is the feng shui origin. It is related to the knowledge of how we put a dead person in a particular environment so that it can bring fortune to those people following, those generations following that person. As time goes by, 200 years later, people start to examine the impact of a living environment on the live person, not the dead person this time, the live person. So they look at the environment of where we live. For example, they call it the landscape. The landscape, what is in the front of your home, what is at the back of the home, what is on the left hand side and the right hand side. There's some underlying principle, underlying requirement telling you what is a good environment for you to be located. first point. Second point is how the air, the wind, and the water, the impact, how it affects you in your living, how it affects your health condition, how they can affect your psychology, and how they can help you to develop your spiritual competencies. So it is another aspect. It is a huge knowledge, very systematic, very organized, and very argumentative. So if you want to get some more exposure on that, you refer to a book written by Professor Wang. It's called the 堪舆术研究. This is an in-depth examination of the feng shui studies. Of course, it's in Chinese version. So if you want to read the English version, the foreign language version, then you go to it online. Then you see the translated version of this book. So it is what Chinese people think they can affect your health. Your health is affected by the living environment condition, which is summarized in the word called feng shui. So let's stop here and make some digestion of the thinking, and we'll go ahead to handle the love affairs for you in the coming times. Thank you very much.